If every time your woman comes to you with the concern that she has with you, and you dismiss that concern, and you invalidate her thoughts, you invalidate her feelings, you invalidate her experience, you invalidate her concerns, you are slowly pushing her away, and eventually you are going to lose her. Don't forget, she's experiencing you. Okay? The side of you that you don't see, the side of you that everyone else doesn't see, she's experiencing you. The way you communicate with her more than likely may be different from the way you communicate with other people. The type of connection you have with her may be different from the connection you have with other people. Don't forget, she's seeing you from an objective standpoint. So instead of you invalidating her, maybe you should sit up and listen to her. Instead of you believing that you're Mr. Perfect and you're Mr. Always Right, you may want to listen to her and see what it is that you can fix before you end up losing that woman and you end up not having a chance to fix that relationship.
Come with me to AJCT with the entire evangelical team of Zion Worship. Let me go show you where I grew up. Are you ready? Yeah. So that this is my compound. Good afternoon. This one I'm wearing for that time. I don't know about now. Water, they reach us for it. I will show you people my house. Good afternoon. How are you? Long time. How is everybody? This was my favorite bathroom. This bathroom, my favorite. Really? Oh, you want to shower? You stand here. I'm waiting for somebody to come out. If there's somebody here, I can manage this one if I'm in the ace. If not, I'll stay. I get. And I'll cover wrapper so that this hole will cover. Let's go. Another move. Go this side. They used to stay here. How are you? How's everybody? This was our house. Funny enough, my dad built this house. Wow. How are you? You're welcome to my abode where I lived for over 20 years. This is our house.
I love your work, everything you do.
God bless her, baby.
Calm down, girl. Relax. Take a deep breath. Now walk slowly to the mirror. Take a good look at yourself. Now turn. Look at me. I know you wish to be me so bad. Me, say the board. Elegance in human form. I am not like you. I don't please people. I define myself properly, and if you can't fit in, you bounce. I tell them broke boys move quickly, like fast. I am a girl who knows what she wants. I don't just know it. I say it as I want it. Now it's left to the man. If you not fit me up to my standards, you avoid me. Sure. Now my first to identify with brokenness. The suffer alone for the country never tire you. Stress for country, come stress for relationship again. You already know say that boys like money normal. So those mosquitoes now don't go like come my side because I go spray them. Don't get me wrong, I am not saying my life is perfect. I am just telling you that I know what I want. When you hear cider, close your mouth. They say don't insult older people. But you lack the wisdom to match up your age. So tell me, what do we call that? Or should I say you were confused? A piece of my advice to you. Now that you are here, focus on your career and avoid people like me. I mean, keep my name off your mouth. I'm not nice, oh. This is the nicest of me you can see. Now because of say you senior me, now why I know insult you? For tomorrow now they will say that boys they insult other people. I have made myself clear. Keep my name off your mouth. Jealousy, bitterness, and backwardness won't wound you. Avoid me, oh.
May you not miss your husband because of your boyfriend.
That's in addition, sir.
May you not miss your wife because of your girlfriend.
Amen.
It is done. It is done. It is done.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kate. You can also call me Keto baby. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for clicking the video. Okay guys, how are you guys doing? I hope all of you guys are doing good. Please don't forget to take care of yourself. Forget the problem. Problem will come and go. Make yourself happy, my people. Okay, guys, in today's video, I have a lot of topic I would like to talk about in this particular video. So guys, the first video I want to talk about is Vicky James. So guys, Vicky James, for those that don't know Vicky James is an influencer, entrepreneur. Yeah, she's doing very well for herself. She just got married recently to the love of her life, and they've been living very comfortable and happily. The way I see some people are talking down on her, like, okay, you're a Christian, you're not supposed to dress nice, you're not supposed to say things like this. And she came out on social media and tell people what she went through from the hands of her ex. You know, I'm like, it's not easy for this lady to come out and say these things if you don't have confidence. As a woman, you cannot come out and say this kind of thing for people to hear what you went through. So many women go through a lot, you know, but it's good not to say things out, but sometimes it's good to say things so that other people can learn from your mistakes, because so many people out there are naive. A lot of women out there are naive. Forget that a lot of people are smart. A lot of people too are very, very naive out there. So when you hear people experience, you now sit down and talk to yourself and advise yourself, wow, I was thinking I was doing the right thing, so that means I was not doing the right thing. Wow. So it makes people to begin to think properly when people say something, their experience, and maybe that's what you're facing, and that can give you a push for you to now, you know, say, you know what, I'm not going to do this. I don't deserve this. I don't want to be in this kind of relationship or marriage. So sometimes it's good to allow people to speak up so that other people can learn and make make their decision before it's too late. A lot of women go through a lot too. Women go through a lot. So the one that cannot take it anymore and walk away, kudos, because it's not easy. It takes courage. So guys, I don't want to be saying it. I want you guys to hear from her mouth. Let's listen to the video, guys.
Because you're in love, you're forming, she's his ex, and they're still friends, you know, he's hurt her so much, so he doesn't want to just pursue her or just end their friendship. So I'm the understanding girlfriend. Then the ex now came. I don't know ex will spend the night. Before I know ex was spending the night, I was not even around. When I came back, see me entering kitchen to go and see what is happening. It's me that ex is saying, please wait, what do you want? Hello. On top of pot of soup that I cooked, ex is now showing me spoon for ex. Said, don't worry, I'll pick it up. I'm like, pot and spoon that I bought, house that I followed Bobo to rent. Say they did not inform you about me, Ni. If you see me that, I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. I enter room, go they think my life. Thank you, life. Before I know, evening don't reach, ex no they go. My boyfriend enter inside the room. That please, where is that his pajamas I used to wear? I'm like, hey, what happened? That please, that he wants to give it, that she needs it. I'm like,
Vicky, this time you are not. Did you not fight?
Did you do in my eye like this? Me?
Vicky, you not beat the girl up.
Have you seen where? Do you know what love is? Love I'm not doing. They carry the pajamas I gave to this girl. Something I used to wear. I was just there looking like this.
Oh, wow.
I assisted the house. Guess what? In the night, they did not come and sleep with me on the bed. They still don't keep her company.
Vicky,
I was there.
It's well.
They kept her company till morning.
So, my people, when I don't hear them, a lot of women go through a lot. I've seen a lot of messages. People keep commenting, oh, are you a Christian? This person is not a child of God. You people don't understand. People have their own life to live. You don't have to put your happiness on somebody. You don't have to allow people to bring you down, make you feel like you are nobody, or is a perfect person for you, or if you go, nobody will love you, nobody will care for you. You don't have to allow people to treat you that way. There's some things people should not do. There's some things people should not do. Because when you do some things, you are hurting the person that you claim you love. You can imagine a woman will be in the house. You say, this is your girlfriend. When I rent, contribute money together to do something as a couple or as a boyfriend and girlfriend. Before you know, you will see a woman walk inside your house. The man could come, your boyfriend will start giving you story. Some women, please don't put yourself in this kind of relationship. Don't make it look as if without that person, nobody will love you. Some people even commenting, I saw a lot of comment that people are saying, yeah, that one said now smart. If you see what my own ex was doing to her, that if you talk now, people will cry for her. Please, love yourself.
Have a pure heart. Rid your heart of unnecessary competition. People of God, God will bless them, but God will also bless you. Have that at the back of your mind. God blessed you and did not shut the door permanently. The same way he blessed you, he will bless another person. So why are you getting edgy? Because another person is also rising. The same way he caused you to come on, fix your heart.
Anyway, guys, and I believe if you're watching this video, there's a lot of things to learn. There's a lot of things to learn from this particular topic from Vicky James. So anyway, guys, moving on to the next topic. The second topic I'm going to point out is about Emeka Ike. The wife filed for divorce 2017. But I listened to Emeka Ike interview, but Emeka Ike did not, point out the main reason why did your wife make you depressed? What happened? He didn't want to say nothing. It was all over the place. He couldn't be able to give details. I also listened to the wife interview, and my people, when you hear the wife, talk, you cry, you ask yourself a question. Wow, how did he manage? She keep going back. This is one thing a lot of women are going through in the name of love, in the name of I have children with you. I don't want people to mock me. How can you live with a man that is treating you this way because it's a celebrity? My people, I will put the video of the wife interview. I will also put the son interview. You that is biasing your children mind against your husband, against your wife, against your partner, very soon these children will now realize that you are the problem. And this is what happened to Emeka Ike ex-wife's children. You watch audio what Emeka Ike said to the son, that the son should go and jump inside the trailer and buy your own son. All these things that Emeka Ike was saying about the ex-wife to his children. Now the children have grown up and now find out that, wow, the same way he was treating their mother is the same way he began to treat the children exactly the same way. And they will leave you. If you are the woman that do that, they will leave you and run away to their father. If you are the father that is doing that to your ex-wife, they will run and leave you and go back to their mother. So, the son was also interviewed. He came to support the mother. You see, in life, what goes around comes around. If you're a woman or man out there, if you have a problem, leave your children out of una problem. Leave your children out of una problem. They don't understand anything when they are young. But when they grow up, when they become a mature people, you can't tell them anything. If they witness bosa within themselves, they go now realize, say, wow, no wonder my mother left. No wonder my mother left. No wonder my mother couldn't cook. Sometimes it's good for you to go, get yourself back and come back for your children. Because if something happened to you, you won't see your children again. So guys, I'm happy that the wife managed to walk away finally. And the problem, in fact, according to the wife, she said that Emeka Ike told her not to say any word on social media. Let just go peacefully. But at the end of the day, after some time, Emeka Ike was the one that was coming out on social media to, drag the ex-wife on social media. He was trying to make people believe that the wife was a bad person. Emeka Ike says so many things about the wife. For the past 10 years, Emeka Ike was dragging the wife, talking, because he has that confidence in him that the wife will never come out and speak up. Since the wife now came out, now ready for him and speak her own side of the story, Emeka Ike have never come out again for any talk about the wife. Anyway, so Emeka Ike have finally get married to another woman, and she's from South Africa. Before I put the video of the Suzanne, Emeka Ike ex-wife, I want to talk about how Emeka Ike came out and show off on social media at the age of 57. This is what Emeka Ike said. Happy birthday to me and welcome to baby Chidera Comfort Tando Ike. The Lord God has filled the huge vacuum that Mama Comfort Okwechi Ike left behind. Wow. With another Comfort Chidera T Ike 100%. My family and I are comforted and cannot ask for any better. This solemn times, thank you to my beautiful wife for taking the pen of this wonderful gift. I thank you, God. No be small something, no be small something. My people, time will tell. You cannot fake forever. You cannot hide forever. You cannot pretend forever.
I'll let you taste your first meal. Chidera, first meal. Papa is feeding you. And that's Mama. Mama is watching. Mama is still in the process. You're eating your first meal from Papa. Thank you very much, Doctor.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Please stay tuned. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to share, and don't forget to subscribe. If you're not subscribed to this channel, please support my ministry. Support my ministry, my people. Easy, but we move. So, moving on to the next topic, my people. Ex-Chelsea FC star filed for divorce from his wife after 12 years of marriage, after DNA test finally revealed that he is not the biological father of his 2 children, the twins. They belonged to her former lover. Hey, 12 good years. You live with a woman, you have no idea that your woman, they go have kerewa with his ex-lover. And the man give am belle. Whether na their plan, I don't know. Whether na their plan, I don't know. And this man has been taking care of these children, my people, for 12 good years. My people, it's good sometimes. I know it's good to trust. Sometimes it's good to do this DNA. 12 good years. Yeah, it's so sad. You live with somebody, you don't know you're living with you're living with somebody that doesn't love you. How can you keep secret like that? Why? How can some people marry, they see they go back to their ex? This is so bad. Please don't do this to your husband. Don't do this to your husband. Husband too, don't do this to your wife, because some men too do it. As they're living with their wife, they're having children outside secretly, and their wife don't know. You know, most men too are doing the same thing. But my point is that if you don't love people again, there's no point going out there to have children and you fake and pretend. Where is your conscience?
This is an exclusive. Suzanne Emma, the wife of famous actor Emeka Ike, is speaking to the press for the first time in her life. Her husband has made heavy accusations that she has withheld his children from him, that she has crippled his businesses, that she has attacked his career, and insinuated that people are after his life. She reached out to me to tell her side of the story. Incidentally, a few weeks ago, I had confirmed Emeka as a guest, but couldn't schedule it because our season recordings were ending. Emeka was invited to talk to me and he agreed. Unfortunately, at the last minute, he had another engagement and he has said he will make it again. But today, we have an emotional roller coaster of a conversation with Suzanne, his ex-wife, and their son, their first son, Michael. Whatever you think of this story, it is going to shock you. It is going to shock you deeply. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, these are not the best of times to be meeting, it seems. So I want to go straight into it, you know, because the internet has been on fire over the past 1 week because of allegations, heavy allegations that your ex-husband made. Before I talk about the issues, where were you when you heard these things?
It was early in the morning. I just woken up and I saw a message from my sister, you know, and it was like, just be calm, he's at it again, you know. And then going into the message and seeing the same thing that has been going on for the past 10 years. And I just like, this is it, I've had enough. You know, I need to put an end to this, you know, because I feel like I kind of ran out of an abusive relationship, but I'm still under abuse for the past 10 years. Because I've tried to move on with my life. I've tried to build my life from scratch, you know, but this person just keeps going to the media space to bash, you know, defame me and cook up lies and just say things that never existed, or, you know, something that he has built up on, you know. So I just decided it's time to speak up.
This is the first time that you're ever speaking up on this issue in the media, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yes. What we remember from this marriage as the public is, and then in 2016 or 2017, we know that Emeka Ike was in court with you, begging you not to go. Yeah, the news that we heard was that he knelt down in court and begged you, and his friends knelt down in court and begged you?
No, that never happened.
That never happened?
Yes, that never happened. In court, he would always say that he would do the right thing. He would come to my family, and we would discuss and everything. And, they'll tell us to go back and do that. And they would adjourn the case. The next adjourned date, we come back, they ask me, did he come to you? I would say no, because that never happened. You understand? In fact, if I may say, in court, he had actually told me and said, who wants you back? And I pointed out to the judge, and the judge had said that he heard him. So it was all a facade, because he just wanted to look good and to stretch the court proceedings more than it should have been done. There was never any day. His friends did reach out, you understand, but they were not in court. Nobody knelt down in court to beg me.
So you say that you survived an abusive marriage, Yeah. What do you mean exactly by that?
Okay, so
what was the abuse?
It started off as verbal. It started off as mental torture, started off as psychological, started off as financial, financial abuse, because I was not allowed to work. You understand?
He didn't allow you to work?
Didn't allow me to work. Actually, I wanted to be an actress. That's why I became his friend. I was modeling at that time. I just come out of secondary school. I was 18. And then I met him along the line, and I wanted to be, someone who would put me into the industry and all that. And he categorically told me that I wouldn't act because it would destroy our relationship. Because at that time, we had gotten into a relationship, and he said he was planning to marry me. And, the tabloids, then it was newspapers. So they would talk about him, talk about me, and it would break the relationship or the marriage,
So he told you not to become an actor because of the relationship?
Yes, he did say that. He even stopped my modeling career. In fact, I had been approached by an agency to be sponsored for Miss Nigeria at that time. This was 1999. He also refused. He said he couldn't handle me crying if I don't win, things like that. And I had to go back to the agency to say my family didn't want me to do it. And then I went to my family and said the agency dropped me just because I didn't know what to say to them, because he was saying, no, that I won't do it.
You met him when you were 18?
Yes.
You got married when you were 19?
No, we didn't get married till I was, I think, 23, going on 24. I was already pregnant with our second child. When we got married. In fact, I had to be the one to speak out, like, you need to do something because this is our second child. So I was already heavy, and I regret it.
Why?
Yeah, because even during the wedding, he came late from the state he was shooting at that time. They never blessed us. It was his older sister's husband who has stood in, and the wine changing and blessings and all that was done. All through, when we had collected the list from my uncle and given to him, and we were preparing on our side, and I was always calling him, oh, are you, in tune with your family on the list to get everything? His family came empty-handed. They didn't bring anything. Even in family would always laugh at me at my back and say I married myself.
Wow.
It was always a case of, she wants to marry a star and she has to work for it. And I did. I slaved for that family. Everything that they wanted to do, I was a designated driver. Everything that they wanted to do, I was the one who was always doing things for them. I was doing it on my side because of love. Because this was my family. As long as, you are my friend or you are my husband's people, you are my family. Because my mom was a single parent, you understand. I come from a very humble background, but not that humble, you understand. Because my mom strived, she worked hard to take care of her kids, but she protected us. And she brought us in this very close-knit, very loving home that, we grew up in. And so I always felt like every family is like that. You understand?
So the question is, somebody would wonder about is, why did you go ahead with the wedding despite all that disrespect? Him waiting for about 5 years into the relationship, his family not paying the bride price, him coming late. Obviously there were signs. Why did you go ahead?
I didn't see the signs as signs. You understand? I didn't start. Love. In hindsight, I wouldn't even date him.
Love,
You
make people
understand?
crazy.
But then at that time, he was my first everything, first boyfriend. I just came out of secondary school. I just came out of not knowing, anything. I think it was when I got to be 24 that I started understanding that this is not right. This is not how I should be treated. I now started seeing that, I wouldn't accept some things, that kind of thing. And that's why I said I regretted, even doing that. Yeah. And it was until I was 28, 29, going into my 30s, I started fighting back. Right. And then it's now escalated from, verbal and all that, and then it became physical. Right. You understand? And then still, even with that, people will say, oh, it's a man's world, and I didn't think of myself, but until the last time that he did beat me up and I was almost paralyzed, that was when I decided that I need to go. But still, I stayed 2 more years after that, but...
He beat you until you were almost paralyzed?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. We had gone out with the kids and we came back, and I was changing my daughter, and he saw, her nappy rash, and it was a bad nappy rash, and he was all over the place, angry and all that she'd been molested. And I said, how? This is nappy rash. And he was going on and shouting, who did I give his daughter to, this and that, and they need to check her and everything. And I tried to calm him down that this is nappy rash. I use Vaseline instead of powder. That's why it's so red, that kind of thing. And he was going on and on, and I was like, okay. And at that point I was getting upset, like, you can't be doing this. And then I was like, okay, give me money, let me take her to the hospital and let's get her checked. And then he hit me, And at that point, I had you can't keep beating me up, And I held his hand, and so he just turned me over and hit me, and then he hit me at the back of my neck here, and that was it. I lost sensation to all my body parts. I went down on the floor. I couldn't feel my arms. I couldn't feel anything. And he kept hitting me. He kept hitting me, and I was shouting, Emeka, if you hit me one more time, I would die. I can't feel anything. I was only seeing the stars. So when he hits me, it goes poof. That kind of thing. And that was only what I was saying. I could talk, I could hear, I could see, but I couldn't feel. This was in front of our kids. This was in front of his PA at that time, Debola. And I was, trying to move my body. My body wasn't moving, So when he realized himself, he got up, he walked out of the house. And I was there for like 10, 15, 20 minutes. I don't know. I was still trying to move my body. And then I felt this sensation all over, like a million pins, poking me, pricking me and everything. And I think the nerves were beginning to connect or something, And then I got up. And that was when I saw the boy, Debola, peeping from the door. I guess I told the boy to come and check if I died. That kind of thing. And then I spoke the boy's name. I said, Debola. And the boy ran out. I think he didn't want to come close so that they don't say he's the one that killed me or something.
Yeah.
And then I heard his car drive off. And I picked my children and I ran to a friend's house. He's denying it, but there are people that I run to their houses every time he beats me up. People that I run to their houses in the middle of the night. People that I run to their houses and I collapse. All this happened and they are living witnesses. I have pictures. I presented those pictures during the divorce. I still have those pictures, but I'll only give my evidences in court.
All right. So wow. For the kids' well-being, you have him have custody of the children, yes. And the court determined that and said you could have access.
Yes. And my lawyers had advised that it is a high court, because this was customary court, because we were only married traditionally. It was only that traditional marriage that we had. We never did the formal one of going to the registry, because he always has one woman out there who wants to give him American papers or who wants to give him this paper and that paper. But I never consented to it, because I would always say, you go there and you marry these women for papers in front of God and the minister. You're not saying this is fake, this is for paper.
So he keeps the children away from you as some kind of punishment after the divorce?
Yes.
And then tells them that you have abandoned them?
Yes. Yes. When I reconciled with them, I didn't want to come out and say, oh, I'm here to get you, you know, I'm your mom and this and that. I have custody of you, because I was awarded sole custody of the children. Well, I had to build my relationship back with them and let them, know me again. My daughter didn't recognize me. She thought the other lady was her mom because she was 2 when she was taken away from me. When I had left with my 2 younger kids because I felt they still needed me.
You said this marriage was abusive almost from the get-go. So you mentioned it was financial abuse, it was verbal abuse, it was emotional abuse.
Yes.
What do you mean by verbal and emotional abuse?
Insults, putting you down every time.
So you had a terrible temper?
Yes. When I got out and I was in a friend's car, I didn't know I used to sit like this. And that was because of the lashing. I jumped out of a moving vehicle before. I've attempted suicide 3 times.
Because of your husband?
Yes. He's not saying all these things. The pastors, the church will send pastors to our house. And he's out there, I'm in the bathroom, I want to slit my wrist. I've bought pack of blade. And him and the pastors are out there banging down my door. Banging down the bathroom door. You understand? Because it was, somehow I preferred physical. I preferred him to beat me than to say things to me.
So the words he was saying to you were so horrible that you wanted to take your own life?
Yes. He would describe you like you are an imbecile. He would describe you like you are not worth anything.
When did the physical violence start?
That started, like I said, when I started fighting back. Because, and I think he did feel that I was going wings and I needed to be, calmed down. So that was when it started. There was a time we went to the hospital, my child was sick and we didn't have money, and I was trying to negotiate with the hospital if they could treat the child and we'll pay later. And it was taking a little bit of time, and he just came in and was yelling at me, "You're a fool, you don't know how to do things. What, all these people, you can't even talk to them. Who are they? They are beneath you and you're allowing them to do this and all that." And I got upset and I was like, "Why are you being a jerk?" And excuse my language. And I went off into the car to sit down and immediately he was coming into the car. His punch was the first thing that I was seeing on my jaw. Right in front of people in the car park, so things like that. You dare not speak back. You dare not look him in the eye and talk when he's at it. It was always, you have to do this, you have to do that. I made you. You made me. I was 18. I was pregnant with 2 of your kids when I got into the university. Yeah, I'm grateful for that. You understand? But that didn't mean that I have to be under you. I needed to be somebody of my own. I needed to have my own path in life. But he wouldn't accept anything. He wouldn't accept anything. The house, he said, he's claiming that he built for my mom. He didn't build her any house. My mom's house was built in the 70s. How old was he in the 70s? She was renovating and she was doing the back, And as a son-in-law, yes, he did give her a gift, you understand, which we're grateful for, you understand. But he never built a house for her. He keeps blowing things out of proportion, you understand. And then the school he's claiming about, we didn't spend that much money.
So you spent 450 million naira went down the drain.
That's the new amount now. It used to be 100 million. Now it's 480 million. The school didn't cost us that much. We were still owing the owner of the house. We had leased the building for 10 years because it wasn't really completed, and we're going to complete it and do other things and then make it suitable for a school and all that. But we didn't even complete the building. You understand? So, we wouldn't have spent about 30 million, 20 million, but for publicity's sake. At first he was claiming it was 100 million, and now I don't know where 480 million is coming from.
Is it perhaps that it was paid in dollars and so using the exchange rate?
No,
it wasn't. So the school thing, so he says that you took the school. Let's take the allegations one after the other. Okay. He says you took the school from him. Is that true?
I left in the middle of the term. Right. I left in October The school ran till full term, and they were dispersed. I don't know. I was not in the picture.
So you don't know what happened to this school?
I don't know what happened. I only found out that he didn't resume the school in January, and he had moved with the children to Abuja. Right. So I never knew. I don't know.
Then he says that he went to the UK, to the US with a luggage, and by the time he came, you had swept everything clean from him.
Okay. So at that time, we didn't have money.
Okay.
The landlord had kicked us out of the house. The time we're given had come to an end. So we decided to move some things to the school compound because we still had space, we're still building, it was not filled with children and all that. So we had space. So I moved some things into the school compound, and I was living with his mom. I was sleeping on the floor with my kids in his mom's small apartment. You understand? So I'll come from Isolo to Magodo every day to run the school. So that's where the move is coming from. You understand? But at that time I had planned to leave.
Okay.
So he traveled. But he was within Nigeria, he traveled to.
Okay.
So when I was moving, I selected my things and kept them aside with my 2 younger children.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
So when he landed and he called me to tell me he had landed, and I said, I've moved out. And he said, is that what you want? I said, yes. He said, let's keep it quiet. I don't want anything in the media. I don't want to anything. And I said, okay, no problem. And I've been keeping quiet for 10 years. He has been the one doing all the talking right now.
Yeah. He says that you assaulted his mother.
Yes.
Is that true?
No.
What happened?
That's quite the opposite.
Okay.
So I just gave birth to our last child, and his mom, was coming to help out. And his mom will come Monday to Friday. She leaves on Friday that she must go to church. She must attend her church. So my mom comes Friday to Monday. My mom will leave in the morning on Monday morning. Wow. There was this one day his mom accosted my mom as we're all out there talking and laughing and all that. My mom then picked her bag and said she was leaving. And by the time she got into the middle of the compound, his mom jacked my mom's clothes and was shouting and saying my mom has stolen her son's money again. My mom should give her money. She needs her money. She wants to do things. She can't do anything. And my mom is here stealing her son's money. And she tore my mom's clothes, and my mom was naked. And my mom was like, can you find your son's money on me? My mom emptied her bags and everything, and trying to say that I don't have any money on me. Which money have I stolen? You understand? And I got upset and I told her, Mommy, I am tired. You can have your son back. And I picked my kids and I left. The next day, he called the pastor, he called me, we came back, and his sister was there, and, ranting. She would have beat up my mom if my mom was still around, that my mom beat up her mother. And I was like, I don't understand. And she said, yes, that's what they are saying. And I was like, no, that never happened, And his mom, after everything, had told me that Emeka was the one propelling the beating part, that she never told anybody ever beat her.
So Emeka's mother said she never told anybody. She said she never said anybody beat her,
that he, my husband, was the one that was propelling it, that she was beaten up.
What you're describing is a deeply toxic
situation. This is what I lived. 14 years of my life.
But there's also the other allegation of his properties that you essentially have taken away.
When I left, I only took my clothes, my international passport, my certificates, my 2 children, and their clothes. That was the only thing I took. I'm not in possession of his properties, where I did know their locations and all that. But how would you sell somebody's property if you don't have the papers or documents?
So you don't have any land documents?
I don't have anything. He's the one who, I have heard, has been selling off his properties. We couldn't even finish our buildings and all that because of his drug use. We couldn't make things out of life. We couldn't do anything with, we couldn't plan. We couldn't go ahead with our plans because of his drug use.
So he had a drug problem?
Yes.
When you say drug, what do you mean by drug?
Well, I didn't know he was taking drugs. It was when my kids came back, they told me their dad takes drugs.
What kinds of drugs?
met, whatever, they said they found his paraphernalia, and that made me realize why money would finish, why we'll plan and say, okay, this money is coming in, we need to do this, we're going to do this, and all of a sudden, money is gone.
You just described him as a drug addict, essentially.
Yes.
Do you think the drugs that you've alleged contributed to this entire lack of peace?
Yes, he might have. I'm not a medical person, but I think he might have. Even when I found out that he used to smoke marijuana, I kicked against it. But he said it's what makes him sane. He said it's what calms him down. And he tried to make me understand that it's medicinal, it's, it's okay, and, he needs it. But I don't know.
What made you keep coming back? This is a man who, you've described that he beats you in front of your children. Mm-hmm. He beats you in the car park in front of the hospital people. Mm-hmm. He called you stupid and dumb. His sister and his brother had attacked you. What made you keep coming back to that marriage?
I don't know. Because, how do I put it? In hindsight, I think it's grooming. It's grooming. And he was threatening to kill me. This man almost poured hot cooking oil on me at a time. He will carry knife and he will be walking up and down the house. I'll just kill you and nobody will know. Nobody will find out. I'll just finish you off. And the day he carried the hot oil, if I did not howl, I had to howl and clap my hands. And then he dropped the hot oil and he walked out and he was still even bragging and everything. And I was on the phone with my sister crying and, he just poured hot oil on me. And myself like, no, he's only bragging. He's only trying to, he won't do it. That was all I kept hearing.
Talking about friends, he said that some people were blackmailing you. That's why you broke up with him, or that's why you had the divorce.
I don't know. I don't know anybody. I don't know any such. If he claims I took his properties, go to court. When my mother died, he arrested me. My mother was 2 weeks in the mortuary. I was in SAS, Ikeja, area F, area H. No, after I had left, you understand. He said I absconded with his children and everything. It was the boss of the police who had told me that he can always arrest you. He can harass you because he's still your husband. If you don't want him anymore, you need to divorce him. So immediately I came back from my mom's burial. Then I went ahead with because he was arresting my friends. He was making sure that people run away from me. I lost people. People were scared. People didn't want to. Yes. Nobody buried my mother with me. No friend. There was
because he scared everybody away.
Because he scared everybody away. I buried my mom alone. And I'm her last born. My 2 sisters couldn't come from wherever they were. But because of this man, I didn't have the backing that I needed, the support that I needed. You understand? So, it's...
What you're describing, though, is because you talked about teaching your children about a psychopath and a sociopath. If you are correct in everything you've just described about the actor Emeka Ike, your ex-husband, you were dealing with a sociopath because...
Yes, I was. There was a day that he had finished beating me and I was on the floor looking at him, and then he was walking away. He came back and he was like, it's not me, it's you making me do it. And then he rang a bell because I like to watch crime channel, which he had even accused me of wanting to kill him. So I'm looking for the best possible means. But it was a police work. I would always say, if I was abroad, I would do police work. I like the police work. I like cold cases where they really dig and those kind of things. But something that struck me when he had said, it's not me, it's you. That denial, that putting the blame on the victim and all that. And I quickly Googled psychopath, but sociopath was the first, and they had 10 characteristics, and all 10 described this person. All 10. And I called my sister and said, look at what I found, look at this, look, this is what I'm facing, this is actually what is going on. Myself like, me too, I am one now. How family will always try to water down whatever you're trying to bring up. And it wasn't until after I left and he had said something and done something, and my sister was like, Emma, I see it now. You were right.
As you said it, fits the profile of a sociopath, then it makes sense. Why would he say all these things on live television when you have evidence, when there are people who were witnessing it, when there are friends, family that can confirm it?
Yes. I think he's really convinced I won't speak out. I think so. I think he really feels that he finished the job. She's never going to talk. I think so. Yeah, and I'm very sure this is going to be a shocker to him when this airs. I think so. In fact, I'm expecting him to sue me because I don't expect him to really stop, but I would rather we go legal, that's the way I do things. Let's, just iron things out. I'm here because he dragged me here. He's been dragging me here for the past 10 years. You understand? And initially, I would see people fighting for me. Oh, this man, you're the only one talking. This man is not even saying anything, But right now, his narrative is the only one out there. And it's becoming the truth. You understand? And I needed to speak out, for posterity's sake. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. Yes. What I've been through is something I would never wish my enemy. It's something that I would never wish the devil himself.
Wow. Okay.
Michael, go and jump in front of a truck right now. Now, go and drop in front of, jump from where you are and break your head and smash it. You are my stress. You are my problem. You're the one I sent to school. I spent all my money that I didn't have. I was just getting money to save you. You jump and took my children out and gave them to blackmailers. And they are blackmailing me using you. And you're telling me, it's better I die. Go and do that now. Don't do it tomorrow. I want to hear it. Idiot. Think I'll let you blackmail me? And I will still get your mother. I will still get your mother. Is it Ken? Ken. Don't worry. The people behind this will hear from me. Don't wait for me to kill you. My hand not supposed to touch you. Go and kill yourself because of the stress here.
Joining us on the studio now is Michael. Michael was on the set and, against his mother's objection because she wanted to protect him, but her friends thought that it was necessary for him to speak. And I heard some frightening audios, voice notes just now of your father threatening you. I heard a video of your father saying you should jump in front of a truck and die.
Well, let me address that.
Yes.
First of all, I was on my aunt's side. We were all doing business because I was having some issues at work in Ikeja. Then I went to my aunt's side. My cousin was like, we can do some work together, our family, we can take care of each other. I went over there. My aunt started trying her best to convince me to get my younger ones over there so they can have a better life in Germany or whatsoever. Like as if we were having issues. At first I took offense, but I was like, maybe I can use this opportunity to find peace somewhere. If his family is trying to reason, maybe I can get her to talk with him and they will have, I was just thinking like there can be something out of it. I was going to call him a day before he came back on Sunday because he did arrive in Nigeria on Sunday.
Right, the same Sunday.
I was going to call him, but my phone unfortunately got bad. And it was just like, that's destiny, that's God right there. I was like, okay. He got back and then I saw the video. Someone actually sent it to me and have you seen this? And I was like, no, I've not seen it. I was like, what is going on? And I just watched the video and I was like, God, this is insane. Someone I'm trying to form peace with, I'm telling his sister things to get him to understand how things should play out. I'm not trying to dictate what should happen in this incident. I'm trying to tell him that there has to be peace. But he didn't want to hear that. He kept saying I was dictating for him. So then I sent him a message that we need to talk. And he was like, all right, we need to talk, it's fine. Then I added that, okay, but I'm not happy about you going online and talking about private affairs. And he just passed out. and told me I will not tell him what happens, that I am not the father. I was just like, no, I'm not trying to, you're not understanding where I'm coming from. And he just kept going, okay, daddy, okay, papa. And then he said whether she wants to kill my siblings so that it will be like it's only him that is alive. Let himself kill himself. Everyone should just kill themselves. Who says they can kill themselves to their children? He said he has other kids my age around the world. And I was like, guy, okay, is that supposed to faze me? Okay. The next morning, I got a 10 minutes VM. It's not the first time. He's always sending me VMs, insulting me like, you're doing music, you will never prosper. I'll see you on the side of the road and I'll spit on you. Don Jazzy will never see you, blah, blah, blah.
So your father said to you?
Hold on. He sent me a 10 minutes video, a VM right now, in the morning, telling me how I should respect myself, that I will not be the father, and all that, la, 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 la. I just texted him back that you have made a mistake. And I have to tell you, as far the disrespect that you have laid on this family, dishonoring our family's name, like this just means you have made a big mistake. And he kept going, sending more VNs, about 8 VNs. I sent them to my mom. My mom could not even listen to it. She was trying to calm me down, I'm trying to calm her down. I was so surprised, man. I was like, this can't be someone I should be proud of. I started thinking like, what do I do when I bring a woman home or kids? Who is going to, this guy will bless my kids for me? I don't understand. I'm starting making me get scared that am I going to have issues like this when I grow up? And people always tell me, you're having effects your father has, this agitation, all these things. And I'm starting to reflect on myself that maybe it's better I start to keep quiet and slow down, because I really don't want to end up like this guy. I really don't want to end up like this guy. He said I should not come out here and talk to you guys today, that I should not dare step foot against him, that he will crush me. I think we played the VA for him, right? Yeah. That he will crush me if I ever dare go against him. I just want to see what happens, man. I'm here for the ride.
Why do you think? One of your mom's friends said something off stage. He has been bashing this woman for 10 years.
Yeah.
Why do you think he just can't let her? She's left the marriage. She hasn't spoken out against him in public. And you are here, he says she's stolen his children. And you are here saying, but you can't live with him because obviously your dad says he wants to crush you. So what do you think is happening
to my father?
Yes.
My mom said he's a soul loser. That's the truth. He uses love to cover it up. This is love. It's not me. It's you. I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this because of you. But it's not. He just cannot lose. Everything she went through, we started going through it too in Abuja.
When you were living with him, what kinds of things?
Everything.
Physical violence.
I don't want to go into that because that's very private. I didn't come here to go private. And I just wanted to be here to support my mom.
Yeah.
But everything she says is correct. Everything.
Everything she says is correct.
Everything.
So your dad was physically abusive to your mom, that's correct.
Yeah.
Your dad was emotionally abusive to your mom, that's correct.
Very true.
Your dad says your mom denied him access to you guys. That's not true.
That's not true.
I only denied him access to the younger ones because of the threat, because of the, I'm coming with the army, I'm coming with the navy, I'm going to break down your house, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that.
That he actually found our location.
He was looking for our location, look for where we were living, and these kids were scared. You understand? And you're not being responsible. He's not paying school fees. He's not doing anything and all these threats and all that. And I said, okay, listen, these children need to calm down. They are adults. They can have a relationship with them. He has their phone numbers. They block and unblock him. They block and unblock him because of this back and forth erratic thing going on and all that. But for the 2 younger ones, I said, when he is responsible to them, then he can have access to them. The court judgment is clear. He's supposed to be paying fees. He's supposed to be providing a certain amount for each of them every month. And then he has access to them. As long as he gives me 48 hours. And I don't have an issue with that. I don't. He's the one who hasn't done what he should be doing. But instead, he comes to social media space to say your things.
That's what it is, because you know how Nigerians are on social media. So I want to preempt that question. People will say that your mother has turned you against your dad, and that's why we are here talking. How do you respond to that?
When I met my mom, the first thing I said was, I really hate my father.
When you met your mom for the first time?
I had to start working on him. I really had to tell him, this is who your father is. Not that I'm saying it for you to hate him, but just so that you can manage your relationship with him. He doesn't know how to manage his relationship with people. You have to be the one to now know that, okay, this negativity is not going to affect me. This thing is not going to be, a deciding factor in my life and all that, because this is who he is.
Yeah, this is for them.
When I met her, she has not said one thing.
When you met your mother for the first time, she had not said one thing against your dad.
I'm sure he's just hearing some things for the first time, because I kept a lot of things away from them.
So your dad thought that your mother was bad-mouthing him to you guys. Yeah. Meanwhile, she was not saying anything.
At all.
And you were the one that told her the first time after you had lived with him.
Everything that's happening is just her telling us not to lash out. And we should calm down. We should just see through. Because we were the ones realizing things ourselves. I was in Abuja, I was going about my day, and then I'll just realize, wait, why am I saying I never saw my father beat my mother? That's a lie. I said, where did that come from? My mom was like, oh, you're a child. You can easily manipulate a kid. So it was like a dream to me, like it never happened.
So when you were with your dad, he began to convince you that the things that you had seen did not happen.
They did not happen to me then. That's why she said I hated her. That's true.
Yeah.
I did. Because to me, she left. So she didn't want anything to do with me. That was the manipulation that was used against me, that your mother doesn't want anything to do with you. Your mother has moved on with men. She's doing drugs at your hotel. I fought with kids everywhere. I went to school, and I kept fighting everyone. I hated what my mother was to me. And when I found out that I was wasting my time, I had to run here.
Run to her?
Yep.
So essentially, just to show that people get it correctly, you were with your dad, it's blocked off access from your mom. You couldn't speak to her for 8 years or something thereabouts, a few years. And it was by yourself you realized that one, your daddy was gaslighting you, yeah? And that you hated him because of the way he was treating you.
Yes.
That's what your mom had nothing to do with that realization.
No.
You came to that conclusion by yourself. What do you want your dad to do or stop doing?
Nothing. I don't want anything from you. I think it's 4 days ago, I realized I don't want anything from this man. He told me to go crush my head by a truck, right? That was a lie for me. I'm dead to this man. I don't want anything from you.
How does this family, your kids, how do you guys start to heal? This is a lot.
I think I still plan on getting a therapist. I think we still need a therapist because we are damaged. We are all damaged. We are all in that space, and I plan that we will need a therapist because we take one step forward, this man brings us 10 steps back, and we're not making any headway. And I love emotions very deep. But it's like a volcano. It's going to erupt very soon. That kind of thing. And I really don't have the money, but it's something that I'm planning to do because we really need to. Because sometimes it's difficult, trying to tell them things. And I know what they tell me back. You understand? It's still, the snippets are still there.
Yeah,
You know, and sometimes I have to tell them, it's not my fault I left. You need to forgive me. It's not my fault. I left, but I came back.
Yeah.
You understand? I got myself together and I came back.
Yeah.
And maybe God took me out to prepare me for this future.
Yeah.
Because if I was still his wife, where would we be?
Yeah.
We're not building, we're not building the home, we're not doing anything, we're just, So if God had taken me out and got me ready for where we are now, I'm much stronger and I've built myself and I can stand and I can carry you people, to an extent, that kind of thing, and be behind you, be your pillar, even as you are also my pillar. Yeah.
I'm looking for the right time to formally do this. Probably when I get signed.
He keeps promising me houses, cars, and I tell him I want a truck. So I'll be off there.
I keep waiting for the right time to apologize for everything I didn't know I was doing to her. Because my dad is sending me videos of her crying, and I'll feel it inside that what's going on. But then he'd say, this is drugs. These are drugs. He's a drug addict.
He will send pictures of her crying and say it is the drugs.
During court, we found out that he will make videos.
Yeah.
I told you how he had arrested my friend, and in the SARS and all that. So there was a time that the guy who was helping me look for a job, it was a church member, and I was close to him and his wife, and she just had a baby, 3 months old baby, and so when she saw me, she pounced on me and was trying to beat me up that I brought her family to this, embarrassment and all that. He was videoing all those things and he'll be showing it to them. In court, he'll pretend he's making a call, and then, the flash of the camera would come up and, so he was doing all that.
So you want to apologize to your mom?
And I will still do that. So you guys should wait for the apology video.
I don't think he needs to apologize. I think that we, his parents, their parents, should be the ones apologizing. Sometimes I regret leaving. There was a time that I regretted leaving when I saw the state they were in. And I was like, I should have stayed. And I started understanding why some women stay. They take everything, why they stay. I started understanding why people commit suicide. I started understanding things. Do you understand? And honestly, I will reach out to him. Stop this for the children's sake. You're damaging them. And unfortunately, I would say he's the one that brought them in our midst. It didn't have to be. I have friends who have left their husbands and they were still connecting with their kids. They were still seeing their kids. Their kids go to them and, they go to their kids. I wanted that. I wanted us to be cordial. We have 4 kids. 4, not 1, not 2, 4. You understand? So I think we owe them that apology, not them.
Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you, Suzanne.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Michael. We have to say this allegedly, but if these things you said to me are as they are, you've gone through an incredible ordeal. And my prayers, my best wishes are with you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Anyway, guys, I have to end this video right here, my people. Please watch the video to the end and learn from them and make a decision before it's too late. Learn some things from this video. Learn something, because we are learning from each other. We learn and unlearn. As we are helping other people, we too are helping ourselves. Nobody know it all. Thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like, share and comment, and also subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you will be notified, my lovely people. And take care of yourself. Remain blessed, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye bye.